Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So yesterday we were seeing until these strings. So do you have any doubts or anything you want to get clarified, or any questions you have with strings?
No, no, no.
Okay. So I want to show this one. So we were seeing the index, how to find um, a particular character of a string using the index, or how to get the index of a particular character in a string. So that we were seeing at last, which was like we're using these two things, like the string of the index will give you the particular character, and the index of a string will give you the that particular index. The next one that yeah. So the one thing that in C sharp mostly in a very helpful one in C sharp is substring. So to find a so you have a word. Let's say you have a very big sentence, and you want to take a particular character from that word, like particular character or particular word from that whole sentence means we can use the substring. So let's say, so how does a substring work? So name dot substring of, you should give the starting index, and from there the count of how many characters. That is, see, 0 is j. From here 6 characters: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So until until o of do. Okay, let's see. Ah, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's until D actually. From 0, 6. From 0, we need to count 6. So J is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So until D. So that is the that's how you are you should use a substring. So you should give the starting index, which is the first one. 0 is the starting index, and from 0 how many characters. So that is the substring. So any questions on substring?
No, no.
So you can do that from any index also. You can do from 1 to any index. It doesn't mean that you should start with 0, but you can do it from any index. Okay. So these are all the functions that are available in a string. So let's start with if else. Okay. So statements, we say C sharp conditions. So these are C sharp condition and statements. Okay.
Okay.
So C sharp supports the usual logical conditions from mathematics. Basically, what is that? Uh, let's say we have two variables, means a less than b, um, a less than equal to b, a greater than b, or a greater than equal to b, a equal to b. and A not equal to B. These are all the logical conditions that C sharp supports. Okay.
Okay.
So you can use these conditions to perform different actions for different decisions. Okay. So basically based on your requirement. So C sharp has the following conditional statements. You can use if to specify a block of code to be executed if the specified condition is true. So you can use if. Okay. You can use else to specify a block of code to be executed if the same condition is false. Use if to run a block of code if the condition is true. If true, else if it is false, we can use else to run the else block. If false, okay. So there is something called use else if to specify a new condition to test if the first condition is false. If my first condition is false, I can specify another condition to test. And there's one more thing which is switch. A switch to specify many alternative blocks of code to be executed. Okay, a switch is something that it is not like if condition, so you can use many alternative blocks at the same time. Okay, so we'll start with if first. So if is actually very simple. It's not very complicated. Yeah. So if condition, so the condition can be anything. So out of any one logical condition here, uh, it can be anything. So if you can be all any logical condition. Okay. So if you see here, it's very straightforward. Now, if it's equal to 5, if this is true, get inside and execute this block. Okay. Else, if this is true, get inside and execute this block. Even that is not true, get out and execute this block. Okay. So it's a straightforward if condition. So I'll just show you. See, it's equal to 5. So first condition will be true. So it will be going here. First I will show you. So you see, I have a 5 equal to 5, and now I'm checking if 5 is equal to 5. X is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. That is true. So it comes here, and that's all. It will not go into any other block if that is true. That's all. You see, it came out.
Okay.
Let's do this. We'll change the value. We'll change it as 6. Okay. Now if you say x is not equal to 5 and x is not equal to 10 also, no? Oh, sorry. So x is not equal to 5. This will fail. So it will not get inside the block. X is equal to 10. I'm checking. No, it will also fail. So else if condition also fails. So I have a else. So it directly goes. If all the condition fails, the last else condition it will go into the else condition. That's all. You got it?
Yes, yes.
So this is if. and if else, it's very straightforward. Uh, One thing is, it doesn't need to be always the logical operators to be inside the if condition. No, if there are many complex conditions are written, many complex condition. You can use all the assignment operators, logical operators, additional operators, anything you can use here. You can do like this. Equal 10. Now what will happen? X is equal to 5 or y is equal to 10. Y is equal to 10, so it will be true. Like this way, you can use different types of conditions. So before that, you should know that what does an logical operator return. So that we learned, no, yesterday we saw that how a logical operator, what does a logical operator return? What does a logical operator return? Basically, it returns true or false, no?
Hmm.
An if condition works on true or false. So this, if it is true, it goes inside. If it is false, it skips. That's all. That's the single concept. So you can write any type of condition so that you should make sure that result is true or false. That's all. It doesn't mean that you should write only logical operator. You can directly write so in very complex how to say, in MVC and all, if you see, we will write a function itself inside. We'll write a function. We'll call a function in if condition, and that function will be an boolean return type function. So if
Hmm.
the operation succeed and if it returns true, we will get inside the if condition. Else we will skip it. So even that can be written an if condition. I'm giving an example that if conditions do not stop with just logical operator. Okay.
Okay.
And next, okay, so working on if condition, there is something else you should know. Okay, if condition, if you see this a basic if condition, how does a syntax of a basic if condition? If condition else have to do this. This is the basic syntax of an if condition. If this is true, execute this block, else execute this block. That is the basic syntax of an if condition. So only if there is uh, if condition, you can write it in a different way instead of writing in this way. Okay, you can write it in a single line, and that we call it as the itinerary. We call it as one second. We call it as ternary operator. Okay,
Okay.
call it as ternary operator. So you would have seen this in multiple places. They would have used this as a subset to write a if else condition. So what ternary operator does? How does that work? Let's say I will write this one. I'll write a simple if condition and I'll change it to ternary operator. If I'm going to do this a simple like this, else this. Okay, just an if else condition. So I'm going to write this as a ternary operator. Okay. So first, a ternary operator is very simple. You are going to write the if condition, but the syntax to a ternary operator is this way. A ternary operator result are stored in some something which you can use to print or do whatever you want. So always a ternary operator result are stored somewhere. Basically a variable. Let's say variable equal to the condition that you write. If the condition is true, expression true. Whatever you want to do when the condition is true. Else expression false. That's all. So this is the simple syntax. The if condition, no, this condition is this condition, and whatever you want to do inside the execute block of if condition, that is expression true. Whatever you want to do in the else block is the expression false. So this is the syntax. So variable equal to condition question mark expression true, and we have a colon and expression false. So if you see here, this is my condition. So I am taking the condition, taking this condition. Okay, question mark. So if the condition is true, what I'm doing going to do is, instead of printing, I'm sending anyway. We have to send the result out, no? So I'm doing this. Else this one. That's all. This and this is same. You got it?
Okay. Yes.
And doesn't mean that only for basic if else condition you can do it. You can do it for a very complex condition also.
Okay.
Let's say remove this. You have this one, no? This has an if else also. So can you do it? Do you think you can do a ternary operator for this? Do you think you can do ternary operator for this complex condition?
Mm, not use at all.
We have a if and a if else also. It's not just if else. In else
Uh,
also we have a if.
okay. Yeah, in the like if condition is false, so again we can checking the condition like in the using ternary.
Yeah, we can do it. So any complex condition actually can be done in ternary, but people are afraid to use ternary actually, to be honest, because it is bit complex.
Ye-
No, let's
Yes,
say
yes.
if this is true, I need to print this. Okay, else the else I need to check the condition. That's all. Very simple. In else it will become another subset ternary. I'm checking this. Even if this is true, print this. Else print this. It's condition inside condition. That's all. This single line is equal to this. You got it? So it is like very simple. It will come and check this one. If it is true, okay, if it is true, I'm going to print this SS lesser. If it
Okay,
is false, I'm going to again check this condition. No, yes, I'm checking this condition. See,
okay,
checking this one. If this is true, I will be printing again this one. Else, I will be printing this one. No, same I have done. Else,
okay.
you got it?
Yes, yes.
So ternary operator actually are very easy, but it looks like complex. So people avoid using ternary operator, but actually this is easy. And why ternary operator is because ternary operator is basically space consumption is reduced. Let's say so you develop a web application and you are hosting it now.
Okay.
It's basically you are copying multiple pages, and each page
Yeah.
will have a size. Okay, the in my organization current, like I had been working with even I have experience with service, like in my initial days I have been in service companies, and then into products. Okay, so in service no one had that question. So architectural question, I'll never had that. But coming to product, even the page size, when you host an application, when you take an EHC or when you take an hold build, even that size we try to reduce. Okay, so even that we will see. So that's why looking into architecture is also very important. So if you are writing a very big if else condition, that is not right thing actually. You are holding much space. We write it in a single line, that's all.
Space means like line of code. Is it?
Yeah, number of lines.
Okay, okay,
You're consuming number of lines. Let's say you're consuming like 20 30 lines or 100 lines. In real time scenario, we will even write a very big if condition that will go for 100 lines too. Okay, so inside the if we will write 100 lines of execution code. Okay, but we'll try
okay,
to reduce it. We what we do is we write complex if else condition in a ternary operator. In we are seeing this x is lesser, no, this we will, instead of this x is lesser, we will call a function here, we'll call a method here. So we'll do something like that. Okay, so ternary operators very handy actually. You can go for ternary operators, but yeah, first practice if else condition. Whatever if else condition you are writing, for that write a ternary operator, so that way you.
okay. But if like we have do like anything more, for example, if condition is true, okay, we if we can require calling the function or any required to arithmetic operation. So is this possible using ternary?
Yeah, you can call a function, but
But
the
not
function returns.
like at a time, not only we require like 2 to 3 line of code if condition is true.
You okay, you're saying if the condition is true, you need to write 2 to 3 line of code.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, bring me
So
a requirement, no? If you say that, yes, see, let's say, if you, let's say your requirement is something like that, like if x is lesser than or equal to y, you need
yes,
to deliver the 2 to 3 lines of uh,
yes,
code. Which, let's say it should have so do some multiplication, addition, and all. Okay,
yes, yes, yes.
so what you can do is you can do that here itself. Okay, okay, you can do that here itself. Else you can write a small function where you can do that everything and make that function to return a value, mostly
Okay,
return a true or false, that's all. So call that function here, very simple, that's all.
okay.
Why?
It means like all of the required code in a function and calling the
uh,
function.
Call the function. And one important thing is make the function return something, do not have it void. Okay, that
Okay.
function should return something. You can have it a boolean or something, it's your requirement, no, you should
Yeah,
make.
yeah. Okay,
Always the technical part is what we make it, it's not the syntax that C sharp provides. Okay, you can write it anyway, you can bend C sharp to your needs. So that's what I'm saying. See, if C sharp says that ternary operator should return something, just simply return a true. And what we do know, if there is an issue, we'll return false. If there is no issue, we'll return true. We use it that way. If there is any error, we'll return false. Okay,
okay,
that is the thing. Yeah, and it is possible. Okay.
okay.
Anything else?
No, no. Okay,
And the next is switch. So a switch statement, use switch statement to select one of many code blocks to be executed. So switch statement is not like if else. It will not go through all the if condition. It is like selecting one matching block. That's all. So let's say I have int day equal to 5. So let's see the syntax first. One second. Okay, the syntax is switch. We have an expression Here it is not condition. Okay, here it is expression. Okay,
Okay.
so case yes. So yes is, I'll tell you. So case it's colon some code, it's code block that should be executed and break. Same way, case y code block and break. So default code block and break. Close. Okay. So switch does not use condition actually. It uses expression. So what is an expression actually? Um, expression, maybe I can say, like, let's say simply a variable. Let's say if your expression is x, if x is equal to 5, somewhere it's declared 5 means it will go and check which case is 5. That's all. Okay. Let's say if x is expression is x, it will come and see which case is x. So only this block will be executed. If your expression is y, this block will be executed. If your expression is n, there is no case n, so it will go to default block. If it doesn't see any matching, it will go to default block, and that is an expression and how a switch works. So basically, we do not use switch for if else condition and all. Mostly, what kind of condition we use switch is like for constant variables. Let's say uh, you have a Monday to Sunday calendar, and if user gives Monday means you should execute some of set of code. If user gives Tuesday means you should execute some set of code. This Monday to Tuesday is not going to be changed. Okay, Monday to Sunday is not going to be changed. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Friday, everything remains same, right? So in future also there's not going to be a single day added or single day reduced, right?
Yes.
So for those kind of constant inputs, we use the switch. Now we understand where we use the switch. The real-time scenario of using switch is when we have a constant input, when we know
Okay.
this input is not going to be changed in future. There we use the switch. So let's say my user is going to give an input of I'm asking the user, hey, which day you want, and he says 5, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, he says Friday. Okay, or something Friday or Thursday. I have written Thursday, but yeah, he says 5. So it means let's say 5 is Thursday. Okay, I want to execute this code block. If he selects 5, if he selects 2, I want to execute this. Okay, so for that we use switch. So it is very simple. It will come here, it will see switch, it will see which one is 5, directly goes here, runs this, and we have a break, which means it just breaks, and after the code is executed it breaks and comes out. That's all.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll run and show you now. So the switch expression is evaluated only once. The value of the expression is compared with the value of each case. Yeah, value of the expression is compared with value of each case. If there is a match, the associated block of code is executed. If there is no match, default is executed. Okay. Break and default keywords are the only keywords we have. Break means you break and come out. Default means if there is no match. Break we will be seeing later also. I will show you some other use of break. But yeah, let's run this. Okay, see here, my day I have initialized it to 5. See, it directly goes to case 5. That's all. It finishes, breaks. That's all. See, it is not like if condition. If condition means the same thing you can write it in an if condition. No, if day is equal to 1, day is equal to 2. But the problem is, in if condition, it will go and search for it will check each and every condition. So it runs all the lines of code. But switch, it will directly hit that block that is matching. So
Okay.
switch is actually faster than if condition. Okay,
Okay.
so that's where we are using a switch. So when C sharp reaches a break keyword, it breaks out of the switch block. So see, when you saw that, when it hit this break, it just came out of the switch block. So this will stop the execution of more code, and it will stop. It will execute anything after that. So when a match is found and the job is done, it's time for a break. That's all. There's no need for more testing inside the block. Okay. So that is
Okay.
why we are using a break actually. And default is like optional. If nothing matches, do this. That's the default. Okay. Any
Okay.
questions on switch and all?
No, no.
Okay. So the next we are going to see is we are going to start with loops. Okay. And the first loop that we are going to see is the while loop, the most famous loop in C sharp. Even it is being used in SQL also nowadays a lot. Okay. So first, what is loops? 1 second. Hmm. Okay, what is a loop? So loops can execute a block of code as long as specified condition is reached. Okay, a loop will execute a block of code as long as a specific condition is reached. Loops are handy because they save time, reduce errors, and they make code more readable. Okay, so you should have seen loops earlier, but yeah, okay, we'll start with while loop. So the syntax for while loop: while condition code. So the while loop loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. Until this condition is true, it will loop. Okay, how how does you say that this condition will be true? So yes, I have a real-time scenario here. Let's say I have a integer value 20. Okay, so what I'm doing is while loop value is lesser than 5, until the loop value is lesser than 5, you loop it. Okay,
Okay.
ah, it will not be this way. So, okay, loop value is less than 5, I should loop it. So I'll come here, check if loop value is lesser than 5. So oh, it's 20 is not less than 5, no?
Yes.
Only until this condition gets true, it will go inside, no?
Okay.
You understand? 20 is not less than 5. So while less than 5, let's do this. Let's run this. It's the best way. No. Actually, it will not run. I will tell you why. Not run. Because only if it is true, it will run. Only until it is true, it will run. I will tell you. I will change the condition. We have to put it 0, and here it should be +1. While 0 is less than 5, yes, true. If it is true, it will come in. Next, I am adding 1 to the loop value. So next, 1 less than 5, true, it will come in. Next, add it. 2 less than 5, yes. 3 less than 5, yes. 4 less than 5, yes. And 5 less than 5, it will fail and it will come out. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, see, loop value is 0, 0 less than 5, yes, it is true, it comes here. 0 is added with 1, loop value is added with 1, now loop value is 1. 1 less than 5, yes, now it's 2. 2 less than 5, yes, now it's 3. 3 less than 5, yeah. 4. 4 less than 5, yeah. So now the loop value is 5. Checks here, 5 is not less than 5, it comes up. Got it?
Okay.
This is how an while loop works. So any block of code will be executed until it is true. And two things to be remembered while writing an while loop. Let's say you wrote this while loop and forgot to write this line. What do you think will happen?
Mm. It will like it will like infinite.
Yeah, it will go into infinite loop.
Yes.
So it will loop infinite times. So
Yes.
always when writing a loop, we say this
Mm.
increment operator. This should happen. So
Yes.
increment should be there. Increment or decrement. It depends upon your
Yes.
condition. Yeah. So that is going to happen in while loop. And the just opposite way to while loop is the do while loop. Okay. It's not of much difference. Just we'll run this do while loop. Okay. A do while loop will first execute the code of block and then we'll check the while loop. Okay, let's say. See, first it did not check the condition. Instead, it went into the code of block. Okay, now it will go and check the condition.
Okay.
See, now we already incremented the loop value here to 6. Okay, see now 5. So now it came in and again incremented it to 6. Now, is 6 is less than 5?
No.
No, no. You
No.
have already wrote a console.write line, no? To, okay, 5 is already printed. You see this? This is a very good example. I'll tell you. You came here to the while block. It was 0. Okay. So you came say 0 was less than 5. Yes, you printed 0. You see this result also. You printed 0. Then you incremented to 1. So printed 1, 2, 3, 4. When you incremented to 5, 5 was not lesser than 5. So it failed and came here. Okay. It came
Okay.
here. And when you came here, your loop value was 5. So it printed 5. Even before checking the condition, it printed 5 in do while loop. And
Mhm.
then it incremented to 6. Now it is
Okay.
checking is whether 6 is lesser than 5. What will happen now? Will it go inside the loop or it will come out?
No, come out.
It came out, but did you see? The block of code is already executed, even though your condition is false. You got it?
Yes.
That is do I loop. Your even though your first condition, even first condition, if it may be false, still your block of code will be executed.
Yes.
So that is do while loop. So that's why we do not use do while loop that much, and we use while loop. Okay. If I do this and run, then you'll see the do while loop working. Now my loop value is 0. So I'm coming in. So it prints 0. Now it is 1. 1 less than 5, yes. So oh, sorry, I'm using why I did add this. Mm. Oh, sorry. I did not do sorry. Okay, my loop value is 0. So it comes here. It prints 0. Okay, next, see, my loop value is 1. Oh, while 2 is less than 5, yeah. 3 is less than 5, yeah. 4 is less than 5, yeah. 5 is less than 5, no. You see,
Okay.
actually you got the same result. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now, you got the same result. In while loop also you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In 5 it got came out. Here also, but the problem with the do while is if the first condition itself fails, your even before your condition is tested, your code will be executed. So no other go.
Yes.
For those scenarios, you should avoid do it. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Any questions on while and do while?
No.
Okay. The next one in the loops. Okay. This is the famous one and the last one, for loop. Okay. So for loop. We'll see for loop. When you know exactly how many times you want to loop through a block of code, use for loop instead of while loop. So you know that I should see here. Let's say, see why we use do while and while loop is because you do not know how many times you should loop through the block of code, because this loop value may be given by the user. Okay,
Okay.
this loop value may be given by the user. Okay, but if you know exactly specifically this much time you should loop through a block of code means you can use for loop. Even for loop you can use it you can get the value from your user and do it. But yeah, I'm saying you can use a for loop if you know in those scenario it is better you use for loop when you know exactly how many times you want to loop through the block. So the syntax for loop is very simple, that for you have a statement 1 semicolon, statement 2 semicolon, statement 3. That's all, and the open and close braces, one block should be executed. Statement 1 is executed before the execution of code block. This is called initialization. Okay. Statement
Okay.
2 defines the condition. This is the condition actually. Okay. And statement 3 is the incremental or decremental of the value. Okay. And this I can write it from the while loop also, but yeah. Okay. You see this. In while loop, see, I am initializing a code. Loop value is equal to 0. That is what we are doing here. Okay. Next, I am writing a condition. Loop value lesser than 5. That's what we are doing here. And we every time inside the code block we are incrementing. No, that we do here. Loop value plus plus means plus 1. That's all. This is what it
Okay.
does. This is for loop. Very simple. That's all. And I will show you something. We just simply put this. We'll see how this runs. Now it initializes the value to be 0. Okay, that's all. Only once this will happen. Even here, no, loop value is equal to 0 only once. In the loop, we do not go to that place. No, same way. It checks the condition. It comes in, executes, goes to increment, checks the condition, comes in. See, same way how an while loop or do while happens. No, actually, it's the same way in the same way how an while loop happens. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is for loop. Any questions on for loop?
No, no.
So this increment operator can be any way. So even in do while or while loop, I am saying this incremental operator you can have it in any way, like loop plus plus or loop plus two. Also you can have every time you can increase it. Okay, we do this way.
Okay.
Loop value equal to loop value plus two. It means every time you can increment by two.
Yeah.
Okay, syntax is common, but how we are doing is we can do anyway. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
so any questions on for loop?
No, no.
So we have something called for each. You know what is for each? There is a subset of for loop which we call it as for each. Okay, for each the syntax is type variable name in array name. So you will see this when we are working on array. But yeah, I am giving an example. Okay, so for each is more easier than um, for loop. So when you have arrays, when you have an array, you will be seeing an arrays. Actually, next session we'll be seeing arrays only. So I think I should take the for each in when I start with array. That would be better.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, for each alone I'll take with arrays, because if I simply say for each, it will not be correct. So before that, I want to end this class. I want to show you what is break and continue. That is what I want to show you. Okay, I'll show you what is break and continue, and then we'll finish the class today. We will see in the for loop itself. So you have the for loop. Okay. Hmm. So what is break? I said that break means it will break and come out. No, I said it will
Mm.
break the whole loop and come out. Let's say
Yes.
I'm saying I'm going to write a if condition saying loop value equal to 2 break.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all. Let's run this. So loop value is first 0 comes in, it prints. 1 comes in, it prints. Now it is 2. The if condition it will be true. It goes in, it breaks. See, it comes out. That's all. It breaks. If you write break, it will not continue. It just comes out and it will print only 0 and 1. See,
Yes.
there is one more called continue. We'll do the same thing. Okay. It is 0, yeah, 1, yeah. And when I come to 2, the condition is true. It hits continue. What do you think it will do? It will not break. It will skip this loop, which means the loop of 2 it will skip. See, it goes to 3. So, so if you see what it printed, see 0, 1, 2, 3, 2 alone, 0, 1, 3, 4, 2 alone it skipped. Continue will skip a loop, the present loop. That is continue. Break will break and come out. Continue will skip that present loop. Understood?
Okay, it means like uh, only two is not payment. It means
Yeah.
like in
Let's
a
say
live real scenario where
uh,
we can like continue. Yes.
basically where you can continue is let's say you are let's say in like a real time scenario. I'll give you this. Uh, take the 1 0 to 7 as Sunday to Monday. Okay,
Okay.
Sunday to Saturday. Okay, so your real time scenario is you have to do execute a block of code on the working days of a bank. Okay, so Sunday is
Okay.
holiday for bank. So when it comes to 7, which is a Sunday, you should not execute the block of code
Okay.
for, but you should not break and come out. No,
Okay.
you cannot break and come out because only 7. Let's see. Sunday is the first day of a week. It's not the seventh day of a week, right?
Yes.
So Sunday is the first day of week. So let's consider Sunday as 1. Sunday as 1 means we start with 1. Okay, it should loop until what? 8, because like put 7 equal to we put. Okay, so 1 is the Sunday. So only 1 I do not want to execute this block of code. Only 1 I want to skip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and all I want to run this block of code. So if
Okay.
it is 1, skip it. Correct? Is it
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That kind of scenario you use continue.
Okay.
So yeah, any questions? So tomorrow we will be starting with arrays, and
Okay.
so I finish array. I'll be saying like just taking arrays and then functionalities of arrays through the array using for each and multi-dimensional array. I'll be taking. Then I'll move on to oops. Okay, oops and methods. I'll be moving on. Then I'll take some advanced scenarios in C sharp like enums, interface, abstraction, access modifiers, constructors, and all. I'll be so that is the plan for C sharp. Yeah, tomorrow
Okay.
we'll start with arrays.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Any questions?
No. No. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.